Is your brand stuck in the wrong market? This is a mistake many marketers make. They align themselves to the wrong market or sub-market and put in their resources there. What if I told you there was a way where you could get it right from the start? Here we discuss the frame of reference, which is a great marketing framework or tool to know towards which market and customer segments we should align our marketing efforts, our resources, and win right from the start. Keep watching. So it's very surprising that the frame of reference, which can play such an important strategic role in marketing, is not used, ignored, or people just don't know about it. So, what exactly is the frame of reference in marketing strategy? The frame of reference actually defines what is the subcategory or larger market that we are competing in. We look at it with examples, but clearly there are three benefits. One, it defines your competitive space. Two, it helps categorize the market, the competition, who the target segments are, and what your target segment will be, right? And thirdly, later on, it will help in sharp brand positioning when you move towards segmenting, targeting, creating the positioning, and even the communication strategy. The frame of reference can play a role here. What we will do now is we look at a generic way in which frame of reference can be used, and then and what we learn from it, and then we look at a specific example where we use it in a different way. So let's look at, okay, structurally, let's see how a frame of reference looks like. Okay, it's not as simple as this in reality, but this gives a good idea. Now, if you look at it, look at the subcategory or the smallest part of this market. Okay, let's say this market has various components. There is a subcategory, there is a larger category, then it goes on to an even larger, larger, bigger category, and then you have the entire universe. It depends. You call it market, sub-market, category. So say the smallest subcategory that we look at is this. Category, smallest one, the circle that you can see, which has competition, which is brand A and brand B. Now, if your brand or product competes in this market, there will be certain positives and negatives. There'll be a certain amount of competition. Your market is small, but you have the chance to be a niche player here. Now, you may also decide that no, I don't want to go compete here. Let's look at a slightly larger market where I have more target segments. But remember, what you are seeing is you also have in this broader segment a brand C, a brand D, and a brand E, right? And sometimes, not always, you'll also be competing against brand A and brand B. Because remember, in this larger market, depending on what the product and the category is, even the smaller subcategory can compete in here, right? Similarly, you can move ahead and go to this more expansive, what we are calling industry over here, where you have more brand F, G, H, I. So you see a market is becoming bigger. Maybe their ability to purchase might be becoming more or less, but you definitely will have more customers, right? But your competition also increasing. Then you can move on one more and go to this, what we call the entire universe, right? You don't have to call it that. So as you see, as you go ahead, the market seems to be becoming bigger, but also competition increases, the number of segments increase. So it could be both a boon, a blessing, or it could be a disadvantage. So that's what your frame of reference keeps telling him. If you that's what your frame of reference keeps telling you. If you operate in a smaller market, what are your chances of success, what the size of the market is. But as you move on, how does competition change? How does your product's ability to win change? What resources do you need? That's why it's important. Why is it crucial for your strategy? Let's look at it. A, as we have seen, it clarifies your market position. Second, it aligns your strategy with the right audience. Whatever you choose, your strategy now can be aligned with that particular target group. Obviously, you can see both opportunities as well as competition. And number four, it guides resource allocation. Friends, there is always a dearth of resources. No matter how small or big a brand you are, you have that much marketing money, right? So that's why this is crucial for your strategy. Now let's move ahead to supposing, look at now this is just a fictional example. If you were say a great watch brand like Titan watches, right? How would you look at different markets? Now friends, again, see here, it doesn't mean as the market is, as we are moving to different frames of references, the market is necessarily becoming bigger. So let's see. If you see what we've defined as the category of affordable youth watches, right? Now Titan might say that Fast Track will be in this category, and it will then compete against who? A Casio, a Timex, and maybe even other local brands. Now move from this to a slightly larger category, which is your mid-premium watches. So there, a Titan Edge or a Titan Raga from the house of Titan watches might compete in this mid-premium segment, and there you have a Fossil, a Seiko, a Citizen, right? So again, you're seeing the market is changing, the customers here will change, and the brands that you compete with will also change. So you can use a frame of reference to also guide portfolio allocation. Again, friends, it is not as clear cut as this. For example, a Titan Edge or a Raga can go into this slightly more premium segment also, right? Which is a category or lifestyle segment. Let me try to draw it out here. This segment. Now, when you start saying lifestyle accessories, then you are competing against a Daniel Wellington, a Michael Kors, a Tissot. So again, you're going into more premium. In this example, not necessarily the market is becoming bigger, but that per capita ability to pay will increase. And again, like I said, don't take it. It's not as clearly demarcated. Some brands or sub brands from your previous category that we mentioned can also compete here. Then friends, look at the beauty of this. You can also go into a larger category, which is lifestyle products, where you can position the Tata, the Tata Classic as a lifestyle brand. But there you don't only compete against watches. Yes, you do, like a Rolex, right? But you also have Gucci, Louis Vuitton. So you're also competing against different fashion brands. So your entire outlook, your pricing, your resource allocation, the kind of advertising and messaging, the advertising and messaging that you do, everything will change. So that is how beautifully you can use a frame of reference, and you can see that in the generic structure that we discussed and this specific one, even the way the markets are evolving, going from smaller to so-called bigger to more premium, even that is changing, right? So that's the beauty of the frame of reference, and I would urge us all to use it while doing our strategic thinking and looking at how we are going to plan out our resources and how we are going to plan for the time ahead, year or 3 years ahead. Finally, friends, what are our key takeaways? What are the 2-3 things? One, the frame of reference clarifies market position and the competitive space. Two, it helps align strategy, targeting, and resource allocation, like we've seen. And third, it clearly guides decisions on where and how to compete. So friends, we've discussed how you use the frame of reference to get your target market right. How do you align your strategy, your resources to the right segment where you can keep winning in the market. Please do like and share this video. Also subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep winning with marketing.